Thank you so much, musicians. That was an original composition by Jimmy Poteet named Constellation. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Bradley Vinson. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm so delighted to see all of you today. Please, as just a quick reminder, go ahead and silence all of those noisy things that we have, the watches, the phones. I've got mine on a special little leash here. We welcome you whether you are here in person or you are visiting us online. We are delighted to see you all or for you to see us. And we invite you who are here to join us after the service for treats. Will the treats still be in the conference room? That's a quick question okay, treats will still be in the conference room, which is related to an announcement that I have as well. So we are a lay-led congregation. For more information, we do have a pamphlet that you are welcome to take to get more information, and we have a guest info card outside. Hopefully one of the greeters showed you one of those. And of course, we have our website, uupensacola.org, which will tell you everything else you need to know, and maybe things you didn't know that you needed to know. All right, so now I think we just have a few announcements on the slides. Do I have a remote to advance the slide? All right, well, the only announcement that I have here, I know the lunch bunch is coming up on Tuesday, and then we have the Trans Coalition on the 15th. But then also, I wanted to let you all know that the best sale is happening today, and it is best because it's free. So if you visit the conference room after our service today, you are welcome to take anything that you find there. I mean, maybe take a quick look around. Maybe some of it is yours. Take that. If it's not yours, but you're interested in it, you think you could use it, you know someone who could use it, take that too. You are welcome to do so. All right, next we will have our chalice lighting. And our words for that are from The Great Teachers of Life by Jason Cook. We seekers are on a quest to discover truth and meaning. Sometimes we think we found it, wrapped up, glimmering with newness, straight off the intellectual assembly line. All the answers right here for us, and others if they'd only listen. But truth has a way of coming in disguise, sometimes wearing rags and sometimes finery, but so often cloaked from our immediate sight. And sometimes that which we have rejected, that which we have let go of or decided was only for others but not us, can be our teacher. Let our time of worship be an acknowledgement of the never-ending journey toward truth and meaning, and our appreciation of those we learn from along the way. Now we will have some centering music from our musicians for So the Children Come. And are we all singing this? I forget.
Do you guys want to sing for centering? If you want to,
it's in the teal hymnal, 1061.
We're going to sing ourselves into our center. We all have one center or one center for each of us? Both. We're going to have one big center together and each our own center. All right?
And we'll sing it through 2 times if you're singing along.
1061.
1061. Sorry.
A time for singing, a time for splendor.
Thank you. And now, our opening words are by Jules Hamarillo. This morning, we gather together to worship as a community of all ages. Let us take a moment to look around at those of us sharing this sacred space. Let us recognize the hearts of our whole community, from our elders to our youngest and all the ages in between. Let us embody the beauty of this whole church community, even when there may be a few more wiggles, giggles, and chatter. Let us remind ourselves to listen carefully, calming our bodies and our minds. Begin by breathing peace and joy into this sacred space with 3 breaths. Know you are surrounded by the love of this community where all are welcome. Now, if you will, please join us for our opening hymn. If you are willing and able, you may stand. It's in the gray hymnal. It's number 212. We are dancing Sarah's Circle.
It's kind of a slow waltz. We are dancing Sarah's circle. We are dancing Sarah's circle. We are dancing Sarah's circle. Sisters, brothers, all. Here we seek and find our history. Here we seek and find our history. Here we seek and find our history. Sisters, brothers, all. We will all do our own naming. We will all do our own naming. We will all do our own naming. Sisters, brothers, all. Every round of generation, every round of generation, every round of generation, sisters, brothers, all. On and on the circles moving, on and on the circles moving, on and on the circles moving, sisters, brothers, all.
And if you would remain standing, please join us in our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you. You may be seated. Unless you want to join us for our time for all ages. So this is a time for all ages. What that means is, of course, we like to have kids come up, but we could have anybody come up. And we are inviting you to join us for an experience, maybe with some percussive instruments, percussion. And Mike is going to be leading us in a call and response. And that feels relevant to me today because I think a lot of learning and knowledge can be passed along through song. And a call and response is a great way for people to learn a new song. And it's also great to try out a new instrument. So we're going to grab a few different instruments. You're welcome to pick one up. Mike, if you want to let us know how these different instruments work.
All right.
All right.
So this one is called the shakeré. This is a gourd, and I think that Kate Wolverton very likely made this. It's got the design burned into it. This is a shakeré, and I think it may have been made by Kate Wolverton because she did make some beautiful instruments along these lines, shakerés. It's a gourd, and it's got beads around it, and you just kind of rub it like that with the rhythm. You can tap it also. Then there's a whole bunch of maracas. And this, I actually forget what there might be a name other than gourd for this. A guido, that's it, yeah. Take a little thin stick, kind of rub on the ridges take a thin stick and rub on the ridges that are cut into it. Let me just show them quickly how you use this one by spinning it. Kind of a raucousy instrument. And then we've got some hand drums back here that you can play with your fingers. You kind of hold it like this and boop, boop, boop. And another one there that you can hold between your knees and play it with your hands. So people that are taller than 4 feet, or actually whatever height you want, are welcome to come up and get an instrument too, and even move around the room a bit, and we can kind of fill the room with different sounds. So if anybody wants to be courageous, there's plenty of instruments here. And we're going to do this West African children's song called Che Che Kule. It's also got some movement associated with it. Hands on your head, shoulders, waist, knees, and ankles. Che, right? Che Che Kule, Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofinsa, Che Kofinsa, Kofisa Langa. Kaka Shilanga, Kum Adende, Kum Adende, Kum Adende, Hey, Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofinsa, Kofinsa Langa, Kofinsa Langa, Kum Adende, Kum Adende. Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofisa, Kofisa Langa, Kakashi Langa, Kum Adende, Kum Adende, Kum Adende, Hey, Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofisa, Kofisa Langa, Silanga, Adende, 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 Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofisa, Kofisa Langa, Kaka Silanga, Kum Adende, Kum Adende. Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofisa, Kofisa Langa, Kakasi Langa, Kum Adende, Kum Adende, Kum Adende. 2 more times. Che Che Kule, Che Che Kofisa, Kofisa Langa, Kakasilanga, Kum Adende, Kum Adende, Kum Allende. One more time. Cheche Kule. Cheche Kofisa. Kofisa Langa. Kakashilanga. Allende. 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 That was pretty good. I mean, that was awesome. Great, you guys.
Wonderful. And I forgot to say, but actually it was kind of like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So the first part is tapping your head, and then your shoulders, and then your waist, and your knees, and your ankles. So thank you so much. We're going to gather up the instruments.
Good spirit, everybody.
Raise your hand if that was your first time playing that instrument that you got to play. Anybody? Not first time? Okay. It's my first. No, no. All right. Next, we're going to have our joys and sorrows. So I invite you all to have a seat left in the audience for now. And I'll call a couple of you back up to just be open. Thank you all so much. But stick around. Next, we have our joys and sorrows. So now is the time where we can share our joys and sorrows with our community. I'm going to ask that if you come up, that you please share your name and then briefly share with us your joy or sorrow. You can line up on both sides of our sanctuary. We will be dropping the first stone to represent all of the conflict and sorrow around the world. Is anyone coming up? Come on up. All right, next on our agenda is our offering. So, as you may or may not know, our church is fully member funded. So, we do rely on all of the charitable donations we receive to operate. We appreciate any time, talent, or treasure you give. And we will be singing from the Gray Hymnal, number 90, From All the Fret and Fever of the Day. I invite the choir up, while our ushers will be passing around baskets to collect any offerings. And of course, we do receive many offerings online regularly and irregularly, so we do appreciate all of those.
All the fret and fever of the day. Let there be moments when we turn away and deaf to all confusing outer gain. Intently listen for the voice within. In quietness and solitude we find the soundless wisdom of the deeper mind. With clear harmonious purpose let us then bring richer meaning for the world again.
Thank you so much. All right, so I'm kind of service leader, but also I am going to be leading a panel discussion for our presentation today. And I am so glad that several of our youth were willing to participate in this. School is starting again, as one of our youth already shared. And I think that the best people to tell us about what that means to them is our youth. So I'm going to be inviting up 4 different members of our congregation. If you would please join us, Jacqueline and Aeon and Escher and Desmond. Come on up. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have an extra chair. That's okay. All right, so the way this is going to work, I have a whole huge, I mean, it was like a bajillion questions I sent, right? It was a whole lot of questions. I'm not going to ask all of them. It's just going to just flow naturally. We're going to find out more about these members of our community and also about how they feel about going back to school and how they feel about school in general. So I'm going to have you all pass around this mic to answer. So Desmond, I'll start with you. And I'm going to pull up my list of all those questions. And we're just going to pass it down. I'll ask the question. If you need the question repeated when the mic gets passed to you, I'm happy to repeat the question. If you want to skip answering that question, you're welcome to do that as well. So, first, we're going to look back. What was the most important thing that you learned last year?
I think one of the most important things I learned last year, I don't know how much it's, I guess, relating to school, but I think I've learned it through kind of school, is like actually balancing all of like my schoolwork and also like my creative things, because I'm a very creative person, so I'm like writing a lot and acting a lot, but also I still have, to do schoolwork. So kind of learning to like balance that, I think, was one of the biggest things I've learned this year, and something that I think will definitely help me with the future in like college and onward and stuff like that.
Thank you. Ayan?
I think
And
last
just real quick, this is something I should have covered. If you'll hold that mic in the middle, it'll help it have a better signal. Can you hold the mic handle right in the middle instead of the bottom? Thank you.
I think the most important thing I learned last year, my friend, even though I'm in 4th grade, she introduced me to 6th grade math, like volume and stuff.
Great. Jacqueline?
The the most important thing I learned last year is that you're not supposed to read the same kind of genre of book every time you read one.
Oh, interesting.
I think the most important thing I learned last year was learning a coding language.
Great. Thank you. Let's pass it back down to Desmond. Awesome. So some of these questions are about school and some of them are about like you, but this one's about school. So tell us about a teacher who helped you figure out something that you were really struggling with. And what did they do to help you? And this could be last year, it could be when you were in kindergarten, it could be whenever you think.
I think my best example, I guess, is my math teacher in high school, Mr. Hodges. He was very good. I think, I mean, I'm decently good at math, but I don't know. I think it's just the way that he explained a lot of the stuff. Like he gave very clear examples, and I think that definitely helped me explain or understand, I think, if that's a good answer.
Great. Go, Mr. Hodges. Ayan?
Um, when I was like in 2nd or 1st or other grades, I would like sometimes struggle with math. And so I got signed up for the math tutor in fourth grade. It was just another teacher that was a fourth grade teacher. At the end of the day, she would help this group of people who would like struggle with math like I do. And I think I'm doing a lot of better in what I didn't really pay attention to.
But it's sometimes you just need that extra time with it. So that's great.
My example is when, well, one of my teachers helped me when, like, one of my teachers, like, I was having trouble understanding, like, a bit of engineering, but my teacher helped me figure out how to fix it.
Great. Escher?
My teachers always broke the problem down for me, which is exactly what I needed.
Awesome. And we're all different types of learners, and sometimes we have to see it different ways. That's great. All right, so next question. This one's not so much about your teachers as it is about your peers. Has anyone ever said something to you when you were nervous that instantly made you feel better? What are some things that you could say to a new classmate who looks nervous to make them feel better?
I think my the best thing that I've heard, and because I mainly get nervous within like acting, or I don't really get as nervous now because I've done it a lot, but like that was kind of the biggest area that I think I would get nervous, and I think the best thing that I have really learned about, or like not getting nervous, I guess, is that kind of everyone does at some point. So like knowing that like everyone when they're like if they are acting or whatever when they're first starting out, they also haven't done it, so they are probably pretty nervous, but knowing that they started off like that but now they're like doing other performances or whatever, so kind of knowing that kind of everyone at some point has probably been nervous but now they maybe are not as much nervous. So I think that would be the best thing I've like kind of heard from people about that.
Um, Not really anyone has said to me anything to me when I was nervous, because mostly I just look on the bright side most of the time. But I would say to someone that they're probably gonna do great, because like you gotta look on the bright side besides the bad.
Whenever, like, knowing that other people, um, so when teachers say words of encouragement to you whenever they might feel like someone's nervous or you're nervous, and it makes you feel better even if you're not that nervous, and it makes people just feel real. It makes people feel good to know that someone cares and wants to make them feel better.
No one has really said anything to me that made me feel better in a way when I'm nervous, but I would say to a new person to school that once you get used to the school, it's gonna be a lot easier.
Great. These are all great responses. And I'll just go ahead and note you guys are doing great. I don't know if you are nervous, but this is lovely. All right, next question. What do you think makes a good friend?
For me, I mean, a good friend. All my like good friends are very like, if I invite them to something, and I mean, obviously sometimes people can't go; they're busy. But like, if I invite someone to something and they're like very eager to go and they like want to be with me and hang out with me, I think that's a good friend. And also, I mean, I know this is kind of obvious, but just like being nice is always good. Obviously, um, yeah, I mean, having someone that wants to be with you, but also like wants to talk to you, but is also just a good person, I think is what makes a good friend, I guess.
Um, I think this, in my opinion, would be like them like caring about your feelings and like listening to you. Um, and they like care about what you're interested in, and they're just like acting like a good person to you instead of like bossing you around.
What I think makes a good friend is honesty and like when they make you laugh and like when you always laugh with each other even when nothing like you never said anything funny, you'll just laugh.
What I think makes a good friend for me is somebody who cares about more about you than the stuff you have.
Great answers. Any age, great answers. All right, next question. What is something you're good at? You've told us a little bit, but go ahead and tell us more.
I would say acting. I hope that I'm good at it, but I think I'm good.
What was the
What is something that you are good at?
I'm very good at reading and science. With a little help, math maybe. Someday.
I'm also really good at reading and singing and drawing.
I'm good at coding, robotics, and biology.
Awesome. Tell us one word that your friends might use to describe you.
See, I'm trying to think of something that doesn't just make me sound like a really great guy in a bad way. I would say creative, probably.
Dang. One thing my friends have called me in the last few years, which I can definitely get, is that I'm definitely weird. And
Good way.
even one of my shirts says that being as the word weird on it, and being strange in the greatest way possible.
So this is from a very close friend that I asked this question because I wanted to know, and she said sibling.
I would say my friends would describe me as creative or goofy.
And I think, Jacqueline, was your word sibling? Okay, I think somebody didn't hear it, so I just wanted to be sure. All right, so the next question is almost like an extension of that question. Curious to know if the answer is different. What is one word that a teacher might use to describe you?
I guess I'd probably say like devoted. Be good.
There's a lot of words my teacher would call me, but I'm pretty sure the main one would be creative and smart.
I'd say quiet.
I got this answer from my teacher a long time ago, and she said friendly.
Great. All right. Now we're moving into looking forward a little bit. What are you most excited about for the coming school year?
I'm really excited because I mean I'm going into college, so I'm going into a new, school environment, definitely, and I'm just excited to meet a lot of new people because obviously, like I've lived here my whole life, so I've kind of only known the same couple people, and I mean, of course, I meet new people, but it's like a lot of the same kinds of people. But going to like a new city where people are from like other states even and stuff, I'm very excited to meet a lot of new people.
Um, what I'm excited about it is I get to finally play games with my friends from last school year.
The library.
I'm most excited about seeing my friends after this long summer.
All right. Speaking of the library, Jacqueline, this question for Desmond: what is your favorite book or book series?
I would say Frankenstein is probably my favorite. It's good.
Um, I would say like Warrior Cats or Wings of Fire. I'm planning on getting the last book of the Wings of Fire.
Well, I would pick a book, but most of I have a lot of favorite books by the same author. So I'm just say my favorite author is Mary Downing Hahn.
I really like Wings of Fire too. So that'd probably be it.
Okay. 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 Let me know if there's a question he wants to answer. You want to tell us your favorite book or something different? Yes. Favorite book series.
Mine is I Survived.
I Survived. Those are really great books, and Jacqueline likes those too. Thank you. All right. Next question. Getting back to some of that creative work that you all are doing, what is the most recent creative thing that you have done?
I wrote a musical that was performed at the Pensacola Little Theater. So that was it.
Um, I made my I made my own birthday cake, and it was the Hobbit house.
Cut open a water bottle for like the 5th time.
I made a giant fort.
What did you make your fort out of?
Pillows and sheets.
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Would you like to answer that question too?
There's like not always anything that like I really that creative. So
Okay. All right, so now I have a different type of question. Have you ever had to work with someone at school who wasn't nice? Now, this could be either to you or to others. And how did you handle it then? And would you do anything differently now?
Um, I mean, there's kind of not a lot you can do, or at least when I've had those kind of experiences. I mean, most of what it is like, I think the best thing to do is, and this happens with a lot of, group projects, but like just split up the work so that even if they're being like kind of mean or like not doing their work, you're doing your work at least. So it's like, well, they're, gonna get not punished, I guess, but like they might not get as good of a grade because they're not doing the work. Whereas, at least I can still do my work and get a good enough grade for it.
I don't really have anything to say because I had the same problem in 4th grade.
have anything to say because I might have worked with people that weren't always like participating, but and I couldn't do anything about it. But I've never really worked with someone that wasn't rude.
I don't really have anything to say because the person next to me stole my answer.
We can have the same experiences and share them. It's okay. All right. What is one more? Okay.
Talk into the big gray pot.
Okay. Okay. So there was a kid that was mean to him at tennis camp, and he walked away and he told the camp coach.
Yep. That's good. What is, let me find my spot. It's about school traditions. What is one back to school tradition that you enjoy? This can be something that you do with your family or that your school does when welcoming students back.
I kind of like. I feel like I don't really do it that often, but when I do, it is fun. Is I do like planning out like my like getting like notebooks and stuff like that. I think it's kind of cool because then next year or whenever in the upcoming year, I have like a lot of new things that I can like decorate better or whatever if I want to.
What they usually do, like when we're in our class, we throughout the whole week, like there's art, then we do 1 day of art, 2 days of PE because of how much rules they have. Then there's music another day, and then there's the library. We only can get one book on the first library day, so not two. But they say we're gonna do a great job on the very first day of school, so we can like be confident and like not worry too much. But they also explain the rules, so everyone already knows them before like the next few weeks start. But some of the next few weeks, some of the rules are still being told, so we can't really do anything until all the rules are told. And some people keep talking while they're doing the rules, so it takes probably more than 3 weeks to do the rules.
One back to school tradition that I usually do is sticker shopping. And one thing that my school does when we come back is, well, one thing I'm excited about in general is that I know that most of my friends are going to be in my class this year.
I don't really know how to answer this question, so can I skip?
Of course, you can skip. Yes. Now, we are getting a little short on time. Do you want to answer that question?
I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
I like to get a new backpack and take a photo.
That's great. That's great. We do that tradition too, actually. So we are running a little short on time for my bajillion questions. So we're going to kind of skip forward to some of the ones that were towards the end of the list. What are some ways, and I mean, maybe you don't think of it as the word self-care, but I'm curious, what are some ways that you practice self-care during the school year?
I guess like I don't know if this really counts, but this is more for school, I guess. But like, laying out like when I need to do certain assignments, I guess would be my best example of this. I don't really know if I have a better answer.
Your time, yeah.
I would like care for someone like when they like accidentally fall on the concrete, because we have like a lot of concrete sidewalks and there's like a lot of rocks around the playground, so some people get like injured very badly. So I would like help them to the nurse's office.
Um, well, if like someone was super nervous, like, and you don't even have to like try to be friends with them. You could just tell them like it's gonna be okay. This school is really cool because like it could have been their first day at the same school. Like they could have transferred schools, so like you could tell them, I've been going to the school for a while, and it's a really cool school.
Sometimes I put stickers on my door saying to do my work that I forgot in class.
So for the last question, I'm actually cheating and combining two questions. So it's going to be, what is the worst thing about going back into the school again with a new school year? And also, what are you most grateful for heading back into the new school year?
I don't know if this is the worst thing, but the thing I'm kind of normally somewhat worried about, I guess, is like meeting new teachers that I don't really know, like if they're good or not. Um, what was the second part about it?
What are you most grateful for?
Uh, I'm most grateful for, I guess this will be somewhat different now, but most of the time I know a lot of the people there, and that is kind of nice. But I'm still excited to meet new people, of course.
Um, it's mostly knowing that your teacher just like left for another school, because like that happened to me twice already. And they were actually very nice teachers, so I'm sad the kids don't get to know them. And there's one person I'm not very excited to meet at my school because he was really mean to me in 4th grade.
The thing, what I'm worried about for school is that I don't know if my teacher's strict or not because she seemed really nice, but my friend was in her class last year and she told me that she was strict. So I got mixed feelings. And what she said, there was a teacher that was super nice, and but I think she left for another school because she wasn't at school for the last month, so I think she left. And so kids don't get to meet her.
I'm most grateful to see all my friends again. I'm not gonna be happy to go to my least favorite class called math. The only class I don't like.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I don't want to be bored, but I'm looking forward to doing new things.
Thank you all so much. I really, really enjoyed learning from you all what you're excited about and what school has meant to you. And can we give them all a big, huge hand for participating and sharing with us? Thank you. All right, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and join the congregation. We will have a closing hymn from our gray hymnal, and I hope you will all sing along. This is called How Far Can Reach a Smile. It's number 84. Thank you all. That was wonderful.
cease to give. If we then think our small amount of help would not go far, and so don't give, would we still live?
Thank you. I actually realized I did this out of order. Now, our closing words. We are never complete. We are never finished. We are always yet to be. May we always allow others to be and help and enable each other to grow toward all that we are capable of becoming. Amen.